So, welcome back to another episode, and I'm here with Kyle Natale of Mega Steak Man fame, and he has helped me in the past do some Halloween episodes that were insane. But what Kyle's been working on behind the scenes is truly insane, and you've been working on a project now for 2 years, 2.5 years?
Yeah, I think I actually looked at the script yesterday. It said 2012. So
Oh my
4
God.
years.
So Kyle is the director, the creator, the man behind everything on the new Game of Hyrule video that is out there. And I remember you filming it a couple of years ago. I went down, we shot a few things, and it was a big production. I think the video comes in at 5 minutes or so.
5.5 minutes, roughly, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a combination, for any of you who don't know, of Zelda and Game of Thrones combined into one as a fake trailer for a show that will never exist, but we would love to see it exist.
Well, remember there's that news where the Netflix CEO basically said, we're talking to Nintendo, we want to make a show that's like Legend of Zelda meets Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Sounds like, but for kids.
Yeah, so what was your motivation? Like, where did this whole, idea start from?
It probably came out of Pokemon Apocalypse. The idea behind that one was to take something that's family friendly and say, well, can we give it some kind of morally gray slant to make it more real world?
Edgy.
Yeah, edgy.
Yeah.
To kind of make it grow up. Because I played Pokemon when I was younger, but I wanted to grow up with me.
Yeah, become a little bit more darker and stuff like that.
Yeah, just to deal with, because it's not always black and white like it is in those games. There are, adults have complex issues that they have to deal with.
And you're a fan of Zelda and you're like, Game of Thrones, Zelda, combine them.
Yeah.
But little did you know how insanely huge this project would become. I've seen you work on this for 2 years and I've never seen anything like it. I've gone down to the studio where this is all filmed at, watched you work on the FX, and you've got other people who've worked on it, but you're the main person doing it for 5 minutes. How can it take 2 years?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, no, I know. It's nuts.
I also don't work on it full time. I basically work at Bardell. I'm an editor on a show called All Hail King Julian. It's a fun little animated show. But it's just difficult to work on the computer all day and then get home and have to comp. It's better. I used to freelance as a comp artist, visual effects. But doing comp as your day job and then coming home and doing comp, it's just it's too much.
I remember you were having work days where you were coming home and you were working 9 hours and you do another 9 hours. Mm-hmm. And you were doing that constantly. You were getting 4 hours sleep a night. Mm-hmm. Just fucking insane.
Well, that's where I'm at now, actually. As of recording, we haven't finished yet, so...
It'll be finished. It's getting there.
Happen.
I mean, what I've seen of it is just unbelievable. But I've been there for the production. And what's so funny, I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, who've watched the show for years, something disappeared from the back set here. It could be that shield and this sword. And these were lent to the production 2 years ago. Yeah. I remember Kyle saying, it's only going to be a couple of months and you'll get them back.
No, I think it is days. The shoot's 2 days.
Yeah. And can I just keep it for another month? And hey, can I keep just one more shot? Pickups and all this. And so Kyle shows up at my place the other day with a case of beer, and I'm like, I wonder what this case of beer is for. So I got my sword back, and it's it's in a few different pieces than before.
I don't think that was us though. I think we're just recording a take, and it's just it was sitting in this back holster, and that just flew off.
I'm not kidding you. I'm not unhappy because to lend my sword and shield into this production, I mean, I feel honored. I don't care.
Screen used.
For sure, this is a prop now. I have a prop. This is probably worth $10 more.
Yeah.
But
Well, don't count on $10 more. That might be asking a lot.
Where did you find all of the actors? These are and all the people that came to this production, because we're talking 60, 70 people being a part of this for 5 minutes.
Oh, it's just friends of friends. We did a casting session with the Spear Sisters. They basically threw out, I think probably 70 to 80 people came in for auditions, and we just picked the best that we could, and the actors are fantastic.
Oh, they were really good.
Yeah,
and they're in a lot of other productions and stuff like that. What was that Link a part of?
He was actually part of the Nightwing series.
Nightwing.
Yeah, he actually self-produced and directed that.
For me, from my point of view, when I went down, because I had a cameo. I have this very small part, if you can see me in the production, a very, very small part. But when I came down from my small part, I couldn't believe the amount of people there, makeup artists and costume people and just never mind the incredible camera. What was that? A 6K Red Epic?
Yeah, it was a Red Epic. Same camera they shot The Hobbit on.
Yeah, this is what we shoot the show on here. Nothing. You know.
Oh, is that what they shot the Lord of the Rings on?
Yeah, yeah, right. But I remember walking in and you even had an assistant director. Without swearing, how the fuck did you get all of these people together for such an elaborate production?
Yeah, I think as a director, producer, I spend most of my time just setting up the production managing these sets, because lots of emails, people saying, oh, I can't make it that day, backing out.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare, logistic nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, this person can't film their scene this time, but it'd be best to film them that time because they need to go to makeup and it's just like, it is a crazy puzzle to put together.
What's the hardest part of production and what's the best part of production? Like, is the hardest the logistics of getting everybody together?
I think it is, because you're so reliant on other people, and it's especially at this low budget, format. Like, because I'm not paying people, I know. Yeah, it's like, I hope you show up.
Thanks for coming.
I feed them and stuff, but like just making sure that, because like everyone has different needs that need to be met, because I want to be respectful of everyone. That's like, I think that's the hardest thing, is making sure that everyone gets their needs met. So
that's probably one of the hardest things. What's one of the best things about doing it? Is it the end result when you see your vision, which is an artistic vision, and then you go through all the fucking hell and hard work, and then you get to the end and you see the end result? But is there some pleasure in the journey?
Oh, there definitely is. Like, I kind of will enter kind of the zone when I'm working, which is, it's not necessarily an enjoyable state, but it's calm. It's like a very zen thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure you feel the same thing when you're editing.
Oh yeah, you have to like the process. I've often said you have to enjoy being in a dark room by yourself. It's really cool to have this great production and to show everybody. But how many hours do you think went into this?
Oh, I couldn't even estimate. But somebody asked me, like, they wanted to buy it, and they said, how much would you sell it for?
Whoa.
And I think I had to budget around $100,000 just because of like all the time put in, just for like the various people.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to pay out everyone who worked on it too.
Yeah, of course. There was interested parties in it?
Yeah, but not interested enough, apparently.
Yeah.
Like 100,000?
So like, I brought $25. Is that not enough? Yeah. I got a broken sword you can give me, and yeah. But it must be, at this point, so fulfilling to be at the end of this project. How long did you think it was going to last to begin with?
Well, we were originally budgeting, like, we shot, I think, around April 2 years ago for the first round of shooting. And we thought that we were going to be ready by the time Game of Thrones came out, which is like a couple weeks, and like that's unrealistic. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it just kept getting pushed. Well, maybe it's this year's Game of Thrones, and then I got pushed back. Well, maybe next year. So it's like we missed 3 Game of Thrones premieres.
I cannot believe the FX work that you've done on this. I mean, if you've seen the Halloween specials and Mega Steak Man in general, you know the production value. But this is another level. And I know a lot of people helped you with this, but it's mostly you doing a lot of this. I don't even know how you.
Well, I learned it from the Halloween specials. Like everything that's in the game.
I
learned from
some sitting in the darkness, going fucking goddamn the Happy Console Gamer making me do this crap, asshole.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one step from green grids to like fully rendered photorealistic back. It's a really close leap.
So at this level, do you think you could outdo this? Do you think this is like in your life, because this is kind of like such a project, pet project? Could you outdo this?
This is the peak. It's all downhill from here.
but yeah, I think they really hit a peak. I don't know how anybody can do more.
It's going to be tough. I mean, there's always ways to get better. And I look back at Pokemon Apocalypse, which was, I guess, 6 years ago that was released. And I've gotten way better since then.
You have?
And I thought, oh man, this is great. I mean, I knew there's problems with it, but like...
But that was the beginning of internet videos in general, and that when I saw that, I was like, holy crap, this is amazing. But when I went to see, you showed a rough cut at FanFest probably last year, and I watched it, and me and Kim had shivers. We're like, good lord, you're like, this is just a rough cut. It's not
better
finished.
Now, actually. It's better.
I thought it was extraordinary. I can't wait for everybody to see it and to hear what everybody thinks. I think everybody will like it if they like Game of Thrones and Zelda. I think it's such a lot of hard work that you put into it that it's gonna definitely pay off in the end results.
Well, I'm hoping everyone will like it, but I get the feeling that they're not gonna be. I'm taking Zelda into very uncharted territory, and there's going to be some people who don't like the morality, like, because I'm trying to make a complex story. Yeah.
You can never please everybody on the internet. That is impossible. possible?
It's just like every day I get like the little YouTube notifications of a comment. Every day I get a comment on Pokemon. This is so cringe, or like this really mean. Cause like, thank you for the daily bullying YouTube notifications. It's just like I just wonder why I do it sometimes. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I think your fans are great. Like your fans are very positive.
Yeah, I think we both are a positive environment, but I don't understand because I think what it is, a lot of young kids, they don't understand the amount of work that goes into this. They're just like, it's a video, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you're like, that's 2 years of my life.
Well, I've noticed there's a lot of comments that they kind of like guard themselves, like, this is crap, but I'd watch it. And it's just like kind of like they want to say something positive, but they're like, they have to put it down just in case someone is going to think less of them.
Oh, and there's a lot of comments that you'll call somebody on it. They're like, just kidding. Like,
yeah.
What?
They want that out, I guess.
Yeah, they want that out. No, I was only kidding about all of that. But back to it, like, I just want to say congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, this production, I went and shot a whole bunch of behind-the-scenes footage as you've been watching during this video. And it was extraordinary to see the level of cast, the level of production, all the amazing people who came out on a daily basis to help out. And there's too many people to thank. You couldn't even do it right now if you tried.
Well, I want to thank one person. That's you, man.
No,
thank you so much for all
for
your assistance on this
No,
stuff.
for sure. And thank you again for creating The Legend of Zelda meets Game of Thrones. Game of Hyrule. It's an incredible feature, an incredible thing that you've created, and I think everybody's going to love it. So anyways, guys, until next time.